So we've had this month's PlayStation Plus games now for just over a week, and it's at that point where we're going to kind of review them, put them in order of how I've kind of enjoyed them, as well as like little bits of review, talking about the gameplay and all that sort of stuff, without just kind of doing the opening 10 minutes like we used to do. I found it's kind of been the better way. You guys have enjoyed it more, just kind of placing them in order with the gameplay in the background and kind of talking over it. Now, before we get into it, one quick thing. I created a new Insta for any of you foodies or like cocktail people out there that just like looking at nice food, nice drinks and that sort of stuff, rather than putting it on my normal Insta, which is kind of where I have been doing, and it's a little bit odd where it's like your days out and then your food. I made a dedicated one just for like when I'm eating out and all the nice fancy stuff. So if you guys are interested in checking that out, you'll see a little screenshot pop up that'll have the details on. But let's get into it. Now, the three games, the one that I've kind of enjoyed the least, it's a bit difficult, I'll be honest with you, because they're all pretty good, even though they might not sound it and look it on first kind of play. But I've got to go HUD, Outlaws and Legends. I mean, the opening bit of gameplay for it, I actually thought it was pretty cool. It was quite Assassin's Creed-esque, I suppose, sneaking around in bushes and taking people out and that sort of stuff. I did enjoy the whole thing of, at the start of the game, having to get the key from the key warden and swapping from different characters and kind of playing through it in quite a tactical way. Now, I haven't checked out the game much more than the opening little bit. However, the mechanics of it was quite good. Playing it using the DualSense was alright, especially when you're using your bow and stuff. You can feel the tension and all the rumbles. It did feel quite good. Graphically, it looked okay. I think it could have been better, but it's not a massive, huge AAA title, I suppose. But I did enjoy it. It's definitely worth a play. I haven't really got anything negative to say on it as such. It's just out of the way that I've enjoyed it and what I've wanted to carry on playing when I've got into it. I'd have to say HUD, Outlaws and Legends kind of came in at the bottom, but it's still a really good game. Again, nothing negative really to say about it. Second place, again, even though it looked a bit poop when I first kind of saw it, I didn't think it was something that I was going to be interested in, but when I played it, I actually really enjoyed it. I'd say Slay the Spire. It was kind of similar to like a Pokemon battle in a way, mixed with other kind of card games. The only way that I could describe it really. So you're kind of going up a tree and like a monster will pop up and you have to use the right card, and you can either go for an attack, a defense, and when you beat stuff you'll get gold so you can buy new cards at certain points up the tree. Either that or like you'll get like a reward where you can pick a card and you can either go tactical or full on offense or full defense. It's pretty cool the way that it works. I mean, you kind of get like, it's like energy, so you'll have 3 energy and each card has to do, it'll do like certain things. Like I say, it'll either attack, defense or do other little bits and bobs, and it'll cost so much energy. And I found it quite cool the way that it worked, I'll be honest with you. I wasn't too sure when I originally saw it, and when I first looked at it I thought it definitely wasn't going to be a game that I'd enjoy playing. However, when I first jumped into it, what I were expecting to be a few minutes of gameplay and never use it, I ended up carrying on playing it for about 20 minutes or so before I came off to carry on with gameplay for other stuff. It's definitely worth a play. Don't let the fact that it is a card game and the graphics of it put you off. It is really fun and it's definitely worth a play. Again, nothing negative to say on it. It's just, it came in at second place just because, I'll be honest, I enjoyed SpongeBob when I was playing it. That's the one that's coming in at the number 1 spot. Just because there's so much little bits and bobs you can do on it. It's the typical platformer. You're going around collecting little bits and bobs to unlock different areas, and it kind of reminds me of like the old school like Mario, you know, you're collecting so many stars to go to the next area to open up stuff. And that's kind of the reason why I played it more than the other two, just because I went through a phase of loving platformers and I haven't played them in a while. But jumping back on this one, I really enjoyed playing it, to the point I ended up playing it for a couple of hours. Really enjoyed it. Really fun. It's coming in at the number 1 spot. Again though, don't take it as a negative with the other two. I think they're all really good games this month. I think it's a pretty good lineup, even though initially it was a little bit hit and miss of whether or not people would enjoy them. I'd definitely say if there's stuff that you haven't heard of, definitely download them and give them a play. You definitely will not be disappointed. They're all pretty good. Curious to see which order you guys have put them in. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. But that's pretty much it for this one. I hope you've enjoyed the video and found it useful though. If you have, a like would be awesome. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. But thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you next time.